From high above, England unfolds. An aerial ballet of factories and football stadiums under the vast sky. The camera glides over smokestacks, piercing the horizon, the heart of industrial England beating strong. A swift transition to roaring stadiums, where the passion of the nation finds its voice. The landscape blurs beneath, a tapestry woven with the threads of industry and sport. Cinematic music swells, echoing the grandeur and grit of the scenes below. England's story unfolds from above, its contrasts and harmonies painted across the land. The locker room buzzes with pre-game energy, football players glistening with sweat as they gear up. Tension fills every corner. A close-up captures the determined glint in their eyes, a silent promise of the battle to come. The narrator's voice booms, setting the stage. This is not just football. This is industry versus industry, North versus North, red versus red. The narrator declares, the imposing silhouette of Old Trafford, bathed in the stark light of day, rises like a titan against the skyline. A sea of red engulfs the stands, a fervent tide of supporters clad in their team's colors. Anfield's legendary gates stand as a silent sentinel, guarding the hallowed ground within. Liverpool's anthem echoes in the air, a chorus of unwavering loyalty reverberating through the stadium. Scarves and banners emblazoned with team crests flutter in the wind, symbols of a fierce and enduring rivalry. The color red pulsates, a visual embodiment of the passion and intensity that defines this historic clash. A vintage microphone gleams under a spotlight, a silent sentinel awaiting the telling of tales. Historical images swirl around the microphone. Factories, docks, headlines, echoes of a world in fierce competition. The air crackles with anticipation, a pregnant pause before history is unveiled. Narrator, VO. Manchester United versus Liverpool is not a rivalry born on the pitch. Narrator, VO. It began in factories, in ports, and in a battle for power, long before football mattered. Above England, an aerial panorama unfolds, revealing the sprawling cities of Liverpool and Manchester bathed in daylight. The camera glides, capturing the urban tapestry of red brick buildings and winding streets below. Sunlight catches the glint of the River Mersey as it snakes through Liverpool. The cityscape stretches towards the horizon, a testament to history. Darkness, utter and complete. Then, a blinding spotlight pierces the void, illuminating a single, empty stage. The light holds, unwavering, as if waiting for a performance to begin, or a secret to be revealed. A voice echoes from the darkness, resonating with gravitas and anticipation. To understand this rivalry, the disembodied voice continues, a spectral guide pulling us into history. You must go back to the Industrial Revolution. The spotlight intensifies, a beacon drawing us into the past, ready to witness the birth of a monumental conflict. Old maps unfold, revealing Manchester as the beating heart of a revolution. Illustrations burst to life, showcasing the city's transformation. A panoramic view of 1800s Manchester unfolds. Factories rise like giants, dominating the skyline. Smoke billows from towering chimneys, painting the sky in shades of industry. A sprawling factory floor hums with ceaseless activity, rows of weaving machines stretching into the hazy distance. The air hangs heavy with cotton dust, a silent witness to the relentless toil of workers. Mostly women and children, they move with weary determination, their faces etched with exhaustion. Narrator, VO. In the 1800s, Manchester was the heart of industry. Cotton, textiles, factories, Liverpool docks teem with life. A sprawling panorama of maritime hustle. In the 1800s, sails billow against the skyline as ships arrive, laden with treasures from distant lands. The air crackles with the shouts of dock workers, a symphony of labor and trade. Goods are hoisted and carried, fueling the relentless engine of global commerce. Liverpool stands as a gateway, its docks a nexus where worlds collide and fortunes are made. A vibrant testament to ambition, the docks pulse with the heartbeat of a city on the rise. Liverpool port bustles with life, a symphony of shouting merchants and clanging cargo. Salty air mixes with exotic spices, carried on winds from faraway lands. A panorama of sails and masts dominates the horizon, hinting at endless voyages. Liverpool was the gateway, booms the narrator. a powerful port city that controlled trade. Manchester's sky is marred by towering factories belching smoke, their chimneys like accusing fingers against the heavens. Liverpool's bustling docks teem with a chaotic ballet of ships, hinting at commerce from every corner of the earth. A stark contrast emerges. Industry versus trade, smoke versus sea, necessity versus resentment. The intertwined fates of Manchester and Liverpool hang heavy in the air, bound by a complex relationship. Sunlight pierces the gloom, illuminating dust motes in the deserted office, a silent testament to forgotten stories. Yellowed papers litter the desk, each page a whisper of past transactions and broken dreams. The air hangs heavy with the scent of decay, a palpable reminder of time's relentless march. A narrator's voice echoes in the emptiness. Manchester depended on Liverpool's docks. The disembodied voice continues, bitterness lacing each word. Liverpool charged fees. Manchester hated it. Under vast skies, the Manchester Ship Canal's birth unfolds in time-lapse, a testament to human ambition. Earth movers crawl like ants across the landscape, carving a path against nature's resistance. Steel girders rise, skeletons of future docks, defying economic constraints with each bolt tightened. The canal slowly fills, reflecting the sky, a liquid mirror to the dreams of a city. Boats navigate the new waterway, symbols of commerce and hope, cutting through the heartland. The completed canal gleams, a defiant ribbon of progress, a monument to human will and ingenuity. A city's ambition rises against the horizon. Manchester envisions a waterway to defy fate. Liverpool's dominance faces an audacious challenge. The narrator's voice echoes. So Manchester built the Manchester Ship Canal to bypass Liverpool entirely. The narrator concludes. A new era of trade dawns on Manchester. Manchester and Liverpool loom, colossal and unyielding. Back to back, they embody a silent, growing animosity. The distance between them is palpable, a chasm of unspoken tension. Each city stands defiant, their separation a stark testament to rivalry. A montage of cityscapes shows subtle discord, shadows stretching ominously across buildings. Jagged skylines reflect a confrontational tension, the air thick with unspoken resentments. A discarded newspaper screams of economic disparity, fueling the growing unrest. Graffiti art gives voice to discontent as hurried footsteps echo through the streets. Narrator, VO. The cities turned on each other. Resentment hardened. Football would inherit that hatred. Amidst the railway workshop's din, men gather, their faces etched with purpose. A football team taking shape in 1878. The air vibrates with the clang of metal, a symphony of labor, as the team finds its roots. Early photos of Newton Heath adorn the walls, a visual testament to dreams taking flight. Sweat glistens on brows, a shared vision uniting these working-class men. Each hammer strike echoes with the promise of teamwork and triumph. The workshop transforms into a cradle of camaraderie, forging legends in iron and grit. Inside the railway club, the air is thick with purpose. Working men gather, their faces bearing the marks of labor and unity. A sense of camaraderie fills the simple, functional room. Narrator, VO. Manchester United were born as Newton Heath. Narrator, VO. A working-class railway club. Anfield, 1892. A raw new stadium rises, a testament to dreams taking shape. Fade in, sepia, toned photographs emerge, ghosts of Liverpool's founding team. Young men stand shoulder to shoulder, their faces etched with determination. Each player a pioneer, forging a legacy on the hallowed ground of Anfield. The grainy images whisper tales of early victories and fierce rivalries. A stadium is born, a team is forged. Anfield breathes with nascent promise. A voice echoes, a narrator, beginning a tale of soccer rivalries and triumphs. Liverpool were formed later, the narrator reveals, setting the stage for a meteoric rise. The narrator continues, emphasizing the team's immediate impact, but immediately successful. A story of formation and instant success begins to unfold, hinting at future glory. The narrator's words paint a picture of a team destined for greatness from its very inception. Sepia-toned chaos erupts on a muddy football pitch, the air thick with anticipation and the scent of wet earth. Liverpool's red jerseys surge forward, a relentless tide against the opposition, their raw energy palpable. Footballs fly, kicked with brute force, each impact echoing through the fervent crowd. Fierce tackles shake the ground, bodies colliding in a brutal ballet of strength and determination. The crowd's roar intensifies, a wave of passion that transcends time, fueling the players' relentless fight. Liverpool's meteoric rise unfolds. Factories emerge, buildings touch the sky, streets teem with life. The narrator sets the stage. Liverpool grew fast, very fast. Manchester United's decline. Empty stadiums echo. Deserted training grounds whisper of defeat. A stark contrast. Liverpool's vibrant ascent against United's desolate fall. The narrator concludes gravely. United struggled. A montage of Liverpool players celebrating victories, trophies raised high. A vibrant sea of red and white scarves waving in triumph. Quick cuts contrast with Manchester United. Dejected players, heads bowed in defeat, walking off the field under gloomy skies. Empty stands echo with silence, as disappointed faces reflect the despair of loss. A stark contrast to Liverpool's joy. The montage intensifies, painting a vivid picture of contrasting fortunes. Liverpool's ascent against Manchester United's decline. A split screen reveals two worlds, one vibrant with life, the other fading into shadow. On one side, a club pulsates with dancing figures and a symphony of light. In stark contrast, the other club languishes, its dim corners echoing with emptiness. The vibrant club thrives. The dim club struggles. From the very beginning, one club rose while the others suffered, and envy quietly took root. Vintage footage rolls. A vibrant tapestry of Liverpool's glory days unfolds. Bill Shankly, a legend etched in time, hoists a trophy high above the adoring sea of red. Bob Paisley, succeeding the throne, continues the winning legacy amidst roaring cheers. Anfield erupts, a cauldron of passion and triumph, forever immortalized in history. A flurry of black and white images ignites the screen, each frame a testament to Liverpool's footballing history. Grainy triumphs and raw emotion flicker, capturing the essence of a team's ascent to glory. Narrator, V.O. Then came Liverpool's golden era. League titles, European Cups. The montage intensifies, a visceral journey through the defining moments of Liverpool's legendary reign. A cacophony of sound erupts as a sea of red and white surges forward, a unified roar shaking the stadium to its core. Scarves are held high, a tapestry of devotion woven into the very air. Sunlight cuts through the stands. The ground trembles under the collective stomp of feet, a rhythmic pulse of anticipation. Thousands of faces, fervent and illuminated, are lost in the collective fervor, eyes shining with hope. The air vibrates with raw energy, a palpable sense of anticipation hanging heavy, electric, and undeniable. A symphony of roaring crowds fills the air, their energy palpable. Liverpool players raise trophies high, symbols of triumph gleaming under stadium lights. The iconic Anfield Stadium stands tall, a fortress against all challengers. A montage of glory unfolds, each moment a testament to Liverpool's dominance. Narrator, V.O. Anfield became a fortress. Narrator, V.O. Liverpool ruled England. Inside the Manchester United boardroom, a pall of frustration hangs heavy in the air. The 1,980 seconds decor reflecting their fading glory. Frustrated executives fix their gaze on the television, their expressions a mixture of envy and simmering resentment. On screen, Liverpool celebrates a triumphant victory, their success a stark contrast to the Red Devils' plight. Each executive grapples with the bitter taste of defeat, their silence punctuated only by the cheers from the television. The room feels suffocating, the weight of expectations and past glories pressing down on them as Liverpool basks in victory. In a stark, empty room, a single spotlight cuts through the darkness, illuminating the center stage. Silence hangs heavy as the narrator's voice echoes. United watched and waited. A stark contrast emerges as the narrator speaks of dominance. By the 1,980 seconds, Liverpool were kings. The spotlight seems to intensify, mirroring the building tension and anticipation. The narrator reveals the desperate plight. Manchester United were desperate. The empty stage seems to symbolize the void Manchester United sought to fill, a challenge laid bare. Under a crisp autumn sky in 1986, Old Trafford Stadium looms, a silent giant awaiting a new chapter. Sir Alex Ferguson, mid-42nds, exits the car, his gaze fixed on the stadium, a blend of resolve and trepidation. He pauses, a breath held, as the weight of expectation settles upon his shoulders. Determination hardens his features, the apprehension fading as he prepares to meet his destiny. A new era dawns at Old Trafford, heralded by the unwavering spirit of Sir Alex Ferguson. Grainy archival footage flickers, showing a younger Alex Ferguson, his face ablaze with unwavering conviction. The intensity in his eyes hints at the battles to come, a promise etched in every line of his determined face. His voice, raw and resolute, pierces through time. "I will knock Liverpool off their perch." A declaration of war, a challenge thrown down, echoing through the years with undiminished force. A single spotlight pierces the gloom, focusing on a dusty football perched atop a weathered pedestal. The air, thick with the weight of untold stories, hangs heavy with anticipation and unspoken expectations. The football seems to absorb the light, a silent witness to the events about to unfold. Dust motes dance in the beam, each one a tiny spotlight on the game's grand legacy. Narrator, VO, echoes with the weight of history. That sentence changed football forever. The football remains still, a symbol of change in the making. Old Trafford basks in the glory of a new era, a montage of Manchester United's triumphs, each victory etched into legend. Ferguson's guiding hand shapes a dynasty, from hopeful beginnings to iconic status. From the shadows, the class of '92 emerges, youthful faces alight with ambition. Dreams ignite on the pitch, determination hardening into unbreakable resolve. Archival footage flickers, a nostalgic dance of goals and triumphs, painting Manchester United's 90 seconds dominance. Black and white memories dissolve into vibrant color, echoing the team's electrifying energy. Vintage celebrations and gleaming trophies encapsulate an era of unparalleled glory. The screen pulsates with the raw power and artistry of Manchester United's golden age. Narrator, VO. The 1,990 seconds belong to Manchester United. Narrator, VO. Class of '92. Giggs, Scholes, Beckham. Their names echo like legends. Inside Old Trafford's trophy room, a sea of silver and gold gleams, reflecting years of hard-won victories and untold stories. Rows upon rows of trophies stretch into the distance, each one a shining beacon of Manchester United's storied legacy. League titles rise in majestic stacks, monuments to a dynasty built on skill, passion, and unwavering determination. Sunlight catches the polished surfaces, casting radiant light across the room, illuminating every etched name and date. The air hums with the echoes of roaring crowds and triumphant cheers, a testament to the Red Devils' enduring spirit. Each trophy whispers tales of legendary players and unforgettable moments, forever etched in the annals of football history. Echoes of past glories fade as time marches relentlessly forward. The narrator's voice, a solemn observer, marks the passage. League titles piled up. A stark contrast emerges as the narrator continues. Liverpool faded. The weight of history shifts, destinies diverging on the grand stage. The narrator's words paint a vivid image of decline and burgeoning triumph. A wave of disappointment washes over Anfield, the air heavy with unspoken frustration. Liverpool fans, their faces mirroring the city's gray skies, huddle around television screens. On screen, rivals celebrate, a stark contrast to Anfield's somber mood. The echoes of past glory days haunt the stadium, now draped in a palpable sense of loss. Each cheer from the television is met with silent, downturned faces in the crowd. The weight of unfulfilled expectations hangs heavy, a stark reminder of changing fortunes. A football match blazes on the television screen. Liverpool's red jerseys struggle, overwhelmed by United's relentless white attack. The crowd roars, a sea of red and white, as United presses forward. "Now it was United who dominated," echoes the narrator, highlighting the shift. "Now it was Liverpool who watched," the narrator says, their defense faltering under pressure. Old Trafford and Anfield roar, as the legendary rivalry ignites under the daylight sky. A palpable tension fills the air, thick with anticipation and the weight of history. Faces in the crowd, slick with sweat, are twisted masks of fury and unwavering passion. Eyes burn with an intense fervor, reflecting the deep-seated emotions of the fans. Each breath is charged with the electric energy of a battle about to begin. Absolute darkness consumes the screen, a void broken only by the swelling dread of ominous music. The darkness seems to pulse with the increasing tempo of the music, a prelude to unseen horrors. A voice pierces the void, cutting through the oppressive atmosphere like a shard of glass. Narrator, VO. The rivalry flipped. Narrator, VO. The hatred deepened, a chilling promise echoing in the suffocating darkness. Under the scorching sun, the football pitch transforms into a battleground. A frenzy of aggressive tackles, grunts, and shouts echo, filling the air with raw intensity as the teams clash in heated confrontations. Sweat glistens, reflecting the harsh sunlight. Bodies collide with brutal force, each player a warrior fighting for every inch of ground. The intense rivalry burns bright on the field. An oppressive silence fills the empty space, the air thick with unseen conflict. The cold atmosphere chills the soul, promising a story devoid of warmth or comfort. Narrator, VO. This rivalry was never polite. Narrator, VO. Chants crossed lines. Tragedies were mocked. Narrator, VO. Respect disappeared. The locker room buzzes with nervous energy. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air. Players clad in team colors move with purpose, each lost in their pre-game rituals. Some tape wrists, others adjust gear. The weight of the rivalry palpable. A palpable tension fills every corner as the team prepares for the imminent battle. Each breath drawn is a silent vow, a commitment to the fight ahead. A roaring crowd and the thud of bodies fill the stadium. The air is thick with anticipation and sweat under the harsh stadium lights. Players felt it instantly, the narrator says, a sense of impending conflict hanging in the air. Every tackle was personal, the narrator continues, emphasizing the raw intensity of the game. Every goal celebrated like revenge, the narrator concludes, highlighting the fierce rivalry at play. A sea of faces painted in vibrant team colors roars outside Old Trafford, a battleground of passion. Banners wave like war flags, each a testament to unwavering loyalty. The air vibrates with anticipation, a palpable energy that crackles amongst the crowd. At Anfield, the scene mirrors the intensity, a symphony of cheers and chants echoing through the streets. Every face tells a story of devotion, etched with hope and simmering rivalry. The collective heartbeat of football pulses, a raw, unfiltered passion unleashed. Roaring engines and screeching metal fill the air as sparks fly. Two vehicles collide in a violent crash. Debris scatters across the scene. The chaotic aftermath of the collision unfolds. The sounds of destruction echo through the air. Narrator, VO. This was no derby. This was war. A football pitch bathed in daylight becomes the stage for legends. Steven Gerrard, Liverpool's Titan, stands ready, his gaze intense and commanding. Across the divide, Roy Keane, Manchester United's heart, mirrors his intensity. Two iconic leaders, bound by spirit, forever defined by rivalry. A blank screen fills the view, an empty canvas awaiting the stroke of destiny. From the void, a voice emerges, resonating with the weight of untold stories. Narrator, VO. Steven Gerrard, Roy Keane, Narrator, VO. One led with heart, the other with rage. The blank screen remains, hinting at the contrasting paths of two legends. The locker room air vibrates with anticipation as Keane stands, a statue carved from grim determination. Each precise movement, each deliberate knot, tightens the laces of his boots, binding his resolve. An intense aura radiates from him, fueled by a deep-seated hatred. His focus is absolute, a storm brewing behind a mask of controlled intensity. In a dark room, shadows flicker, painting the walls with an unsettling dance. Distant sounds of a football match echo. The unseen narrator's voice cuts through the gloom, a prelude to a fierce rivalry. Narrator, VO. Keane saw Liverpool as enemies. The narrator's voice continues, a solemn declaration of duty and expectation. Narrator, VO. Gerrard carried the burden of a city. The low light emphasizes the somber mood, hinting at the weight of history and the pressures of expectation. The room is filled with anticipation as the unseen game continues in the background. The shadows deepen, foretelling the epic battle about to unfold on and off the pitch. On the football pitch, a flurry of red cards signal chaos as the referee desperately tries to regain control. Tensions explode, players shove, their faces contorted with fury. As the game descends into anarchy, the shoving intensifies, escalating rapidly into a full-blown brawl as teams clash in a storm of aggression. Muscles strain, and shouts fill the air as the fight consumes the pitch, a spectacle of raw, unleashed emotion. Silence smothers the room, heavy with tension. A battlefield of scattered cards and overturned tables remains. The air is cold, devoid of warmth, thick with the scent of anger and the sting of fierce rivalry. Narrator. VO. Red cards flew, fights erupted. Narrator. VO. There was no friendship here, only pride. A montage of legendary goals and unforgettable moments explode across the screen. Old Trafford and Anfield roaring. Each cut is a burst of passion, legendary players etched in time. The deafening roar of the crowd becomes a symphony of victory, a visual poem celebrating the beautiful game's most iconic scenes. An edit suite glows with the vibrant history of Manchester United versus Liverpool, iconic moments flashing on a large screen. Narrator. VO. United's 4-0 dominance. Liverpool's 5-0 humiliation at Old Trafford. The screen shows Gerrard's swift red card and Cantona's legendary goals. Narrator. VO. Salah destroying United defenses. The rivalry burns bright. Under a vast, open sky, the football pitch stretches out, lines etched deep into the grass like wrinkles on an old face. Each blade of grass bears witness to fierce battles, silent victories, and heart-wrenching defeats. The goalposts stand tall, guardians of countless dreams, their white paint scarred by errant shots and triumphant celebrations. Every era added scars, the field whispering tales of legends made and broken, of rivalries ignited and extinguished. The benches sit empty, ghosts of coaches and players past echoing in the quiet anticipation of the next game. Every match rewrote history, the pitch a living document of sweat, tears, and the undying spirit of competition. Empty seats stretch in Old Trafford's stands, ghosts of glory mocking the present. Disheartened fans trudge away, their red scarves like fallen banners. The stadium, once a fortress, now feels diminished, the roar replaced by a sigh. United struggles, the post-Ferguson era, a harsh, unyielding dawn. A montage begins. Sir Alex Ferguson, triumphant, hoisting trophies high above the roaring crowd. The glory fades, replaced by images of Manchester United players, their faces etched with dejection. The stadium, once a fortress of victory, now appears in disarray, a stark contrast to its former grandeur. The narrator's voice cuts through the visual despair, a somber reflection. Sir Alex retired. The downward spiral accelerates, the narrator's words echoing the unfolding tragedy. United collapsed. The montage concludes, leaving a haunting image of fallen giants and shattered dreams. Hope dawns over Anfield as Jurgen Klopp arrives, his presence electrifying the air with palpable intensity. Anfield breathes again, charged with Klopp's passion. The very air crackles with renewed anticipation. He steps onto the hallowed ground. A new era begins. His gaze sweeps over the stadium, absorbing its history. The fans roar, embracing their savior, their hope. Liverpool's transformation unfolds in a rapid montage, a whirlwind of stadiums and fervent faces. Klopp's arrival ignites a spark, his presence electrifying the screen with new hope. The screen pulses with the energy of roaring crowds, a symphony of cheers and unwavering support. A montage of players flash, each face etched with determination, fighting for every inch. Liverpool rebuilt. Klopp arrived. Intensity returned. The narrator declares, voices echoing. The Madrid night sky erupts as Liverpool claims victory. The stadium pulsates with raw energy and deafening cheers. Confetti showers down, a glittering storm over the celebrating Liverpool players, their faces lit with pure elation. Stadium lights blaze, casting an intense glow on the ecstatic fans. their dreams materializing in a vibrant spectacle. A sea of red and white erupts in unified joy, a testament to triumph and the beautiful game's unifying power. Liverpool claims the Premier League title, ending a long wait as Liverpool erupts in sheer jubilation. A sea of red and white floods the streets, scarves twirling like celebratory banners in the wind. The air vibrates with impassioned songs, each note a testament to unwavering loyalty and dreams realized. Flares burst to life, casting a vibrant glow that dances across the ecstatic faces in the crowd. Anticipation gives way to euphoria as the city unites in a symphony of triumph and shared glory. The Edit Suite echoes with roaring crowds. Liverpool lifts the Champions League trophy, a vibrant image of victory. Then, celebrating the Premier League win, the images, full of life, fade into darkness. Narrator, VO. Liverpool won the Champions League, then the Premier League. The balance shifted again. Narrator, VO. The rivalry never sleeps. It only waits. Old Trafford and Anfield loom, monuments to football. Sunlight glints off the steel and glass of the modern stadiums. The roar of the crowds is a distant promise. Fields of dreams await the players. A packed stadium pulsates with raw energy. The crowd a roaring ocean of faces, all eyes glued to the vibrant green field. United and Liverpool players line up, warriors poised for battle, their determination palpable in the charged air. The pristine field awaits, a stage set for legends, as the weight of history presses down on every blade of grass. Narrator, VO. United chase their past, Liverpool protect theirs. Every match is haunted by history. Under humming fluorescent lights, sterile office desks line up, each a battle station in the silent war for success. Managerial faces are etched with stress, a uniform mask worn in the relentless pursuit of recognition. The air vibrates with unspoken competition, ambition's sharp edge cutting through the mundane office sounds. Beneath the surface of shuffling papers, tension simmers, ready to boil over in a moment's notice. Inside the locker room, the air is thick with unspoken tension, anticipation hanging heavy around the players. Sweat glistens on every forehead, a testament to the weight of expectations and the pressure to perform. Each player shifts, a silent dance of nerves and determination. The air is almost tangible, a physical manifestation of the looming game. The silence amplifies the beating of their hearts, the only sound in the room, a charged calm before the storm. Each player bracing themselves for the battle ahead. A sea of red scarves rises at Old Trafford, a roaring wave of anticipation and hostility. Anfield Road echoes with chants, a chorus of defiance and unwavering support. Faces etched with fervor, fans demand victory, their passion burning bright. Every challenge, every tackle, is met with thunderous applause or scornful jeers. The weight of history hangs heavy, a reminder that in this rivalry, weakness is unforgivable. The air crackles with tension as legends are made and shattered on hallowed ground. Liverpool's historic docks meet the sky, a testament to maritime legacy under a vast, open sky. The grandeur of the Albert Dock reflects stories of trade and time, contrasting with Manchester's modern pulse. Manchester's industrial heart beats strong, its architecture a stark contrast to Liverpool's waterfront charm. City squares burst with life, each city showcasing its unique rhythm, a vibrant contrast of culture and history. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing a vast, empty stage, silent and expectant. An echoing voice breaks the silence, resonating through the void. Narrator, VO. This rivalry isn't about geography. The voice booms, setting the stage for a monumental clash. It's about identity. The narrator's words hang in the air, heavy with the weight of history and pride. Liverpool believe they are the people's club. United believe they are football royalty. The camera pans across Old Trafford, where Manchester United fans display banners of defiance, their colors bold against the sky. Simultaneously, at Anfield, Liverpool supporters raise their scarves, their voices uniting in a powerful, echoing chant. The air vibrates with the intense rivalry, a palpable force uniting each stadium in unwavering support. Both sets of fans stand firm, a visual and auditory declaration that second place is simply not an option. An empty stage bathed in stark spotlight, where dust motes waltz in the illuminated beam. A voice echoes, unseen, unheard. Both think the other stole their glory. The narrator continues, the words hanging in the air like a curse. Both refuse to accept second place, the finality of the unseen narrator. That's why it never ends, leaving the stage in silent anticipation. Under the cloak of night, slow piano music drifts through the silent, empty stadiums. The camera sweeps across rows of vacant seats, each one a silent witness to forgotten cheers. Echoes of past glories linger in the deserted arenas, shadows dancing in the pale moonlight. An eerie calm settles over the scene, a stark contrast to the roaring crowds of days gone by. Iconic moments flash across the screen, a montage of Manchester United versus Liverpool through the ages, black and white clashes with high definition, a visual symphony of past and present rivalries. The energy of the matches is palpable, even in the silent replay of history. Narrator, VO. Other rivalries burn hot. This one burns forever. The screen showcases legendary players, their faces etched with determination and passion. Narrator, VO. Because United versus Liverpool is not about 90 minutes. It's about history arguing with itself. The empty stadium looms under the vast night sky, a lone spotlight cutting through the darkness to illuminate the center circle. The air hangs heavy with unspoken tension, the silence amplifying the weight of past battles. Echoes of roaring crowds and thunderous applause seem to reverberate through the deserted stands. Narrator, VO. And English football was built in that argument. Narrator, VO. Some rivalries entertain. This one defines a nation.